So, hey everyone, I recently came across this term called quarter life crisis, which depicts the challenges that you face when you're choosing your career. It's probably one of the biggest decisions you've ever taken, and the enormity of it scares you. But don't worry, today I'm going to make it really easy for you. I'm going to give you 5 questions that take you to your dream career, and if that scares you, I'm also going to give you ideas on how to get the answers to those questions. So, hey, this is Chetna, and you're watching ChetChat. And before I give you those 5 questions to help you decide your dream career, let me give a huge shout out to Gauri Nanda for leaving this beautiful message on the previous video where she said that the productivity tips that we gave her completely helped her and changed her mind. So if you want a shout out in my next video, put a comment right under this video with the hashtag ChetChatter. So 3 quick pieces of advice before we jump into those 5 questions that are going to help you decide your career. 1. Relax. Don't be driven by fear and anxiety. 2. Don't be influenced by your neighbor's son or your chachi's daughter. And 3. Remember you're unique. You're here on a special mission and your job is only to discover what it is. So let's jump right into those 5 questions. Question number 1. What are your unique strengths? Okay, let's face it. We like a bunch of different things, but we don't know what our passion is. And let me tell you a secret, most people on this planet don't know that one single thing or that one single career that they want to pursue for the rest of their lives. But you know what's worse than not knowing your passion? It's being told to follow it. And if I was told back in school to follow my passion, I would have been still dribbling basketball in my backyard. Okay, so go grab a notebook and a pen and let's try to write down answers to these simple questions. Question number 1. What do people tell me I'm good at? Question number 2. What do people ask me to teach them? 3. What am I willing to do for long hours even if I'm tired? Question number 4. When I meet a whole lot of new people, do I feel energized or do I feel drained out? And question number 5 is, am I a doer or a thinker? But don't worry if you don't have everything with you instantly. Stay with these questions, and as and when the answers pop into your head, populate the list. But once you're able to answer these questions, you're going to find out a few things when you populate this list. One, you'll find out your skills, interests, and aptitudes. For example, you could be good at writing, you could be good at editing a movie, or solving complex math problems. The second you're going to find out is your experience, which could be in web designing, accounting, or even in programming. The third thing you're going to find out about yourself is your personality traits. For example, you're extroverted, or you're analytical, or you're creative. Question number 2. What careers are suited to me? Now, here's where you'll need to do a little bit of research. How about you look up job websites like Naukri, LinkedIn, etc. And as you're looking up the jobs, go underneath and see the section of skills required. Now, map that to the list of skills that you made for yourself in question number 1. So, for example, if you were an extroverted, people oriented person, then perhaps you want to look at jobs like being a doctor, a police officer, an HR manager, a teacher, or a salesperson. And if you found that you were creative, then maybe you want to be a UI UX designer, an architect, or even a filmmaker, or a special effects creator, or maybe a makeup artist. Question number 3. How can I be sure? Now, in Silicon Valley, there's a term called MVP, minimum viable product, which means what is that smallest chunk of product that I need to develop before I invest a ton of dollars in it to pursue that idea. Similarly, we need to find out what is that smallest thing we need to do to discover our dream job before we go whole hog into it. And here are some ideas. We could do an internship, you could shadow someone, you could do voluntary work. I suggest make real conversations with people. Talk to them about their work, what they like about their work, what they don't like about their work. Also, join a lot of clubs and meetups. Basically, engage with real people. You could also do short courses, weekend courses, online courses on some topics to get introduced to them before you decide whether you really want to pursue them or not. So, there are a ton of courses available on topics like spa management, pup grooming, physiotherapy, food flavoring, tea tasting, sports law, environmental biology, scuba diving. I don't know, there's such exotic topics. You want to pick one, try it out, pick another one, try it out. Sample before you decide. When I was in my banking job, I taught at IIM Bangalore as a visiting faculty on the weekends before I decided that education was the field I wanted to be in. So who knows, you could be a stand up comedian or a DJ on the weekends and a banker by the weekday. Question number 4. What is the core of this career? Always answer this question before jumping into it. The core of economics, for example, is mathematics. The core of biomedical engineering is actually not bio, but electronic and mechanical engineering. The core of law is not arguing, it's in fact reading and listening. So sometimes you want to become an RJ because you're a good speaker, you're motivated, you're enthusiastic, but turns out that's just one part of the job. The core is being an expert in a particular domain and having a lot of knowledge on a specific topic, for example, music. Another benefit of being able to identify the core of a career is that you can now focus on a few things in order to succeed. Seth Godin, in his book The Dip, says that beyond a point, pursuing a skill always becomes difficult or boring. And success comes when you're able to persist through the dip. So, if the core of the career matches with your own unique strengths, you're going to have the grit and determination to succeed. Question number 5. Is this career future proof? Now, this is a very important question for you to answer before you choose your career because you're getting into something you want to know, is it even going to be around 20 years later? Am I going to be able to do well in it? So, here are a couple of things you want to look at in order to arrive at a conclusion on this. One, what does the world need? Look at industries that are doing well today and have been projected to do well in the future. It could be, for example, healthcare, pharma, IT, education, media, maybe transportation, or even politics. Second thing you want to look at is which are those areas that are likely to get replaced by artificial intelligence. And the third thing you want to consider is to project the career forward. So, for example, if you're doing a CA or a law, now you know that you have a greater chance of doing a private practice if that's what you want to do. But if you pick an engineering career, on the other hand, chances are you might have to work for a manufacturing setup. Now that we are done with those 5 important questions and you know what dream job you want to look for, here's the bonus tip. Beware of the wrong reasons. Some people want to become, for example, an investment banker because they think they're going to get a big house or a big car. Now, these are the wrong reasons. True success comes when you map the core of that career to your own natural abilities, your strengths, your potential for success, and your own personality. Which means that if you're good at something, you have a greater chance of excelling at it. Remember that finding your dream career is a journey, and you may have to kiss many a frog before you find that Prince Charming. So, wishing you all the best in that journey of finding your dream career. That's all from me for now. Remember to press the subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it, and give us a thumbs up if you like our work. And happy watching!